Now, at no point after you reported to law enforcement were you terminated from your position. It's a yes or no question, Mr. Bangert. Were you fired or were you not fired?
I was constructively discharged.
No. I asked you whether you were fired or not fired, yes or no.
Answer the question.
I was constructively discharged.
Did Ken Paxton say you are no longer an employee of the Office of Attorney General?
He did not say that.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bangert, you stated on direct examination yesterday that, quote unquote, Ken Paxton was acting like a man with a gun to his head. Did you not?
I did say that.
Okay. Now, looking at the last set of text messages here, if you'd flip to the last page, Eric. I'm just going to read from the exhibit. Thank you again. I can't express in words how much I appreciate your work, especially over the weekend. I am grateful because I feel like hundreds of people will be protected from harm and maybe devastation. You and Ryan deserve all the credit. Thank you. I hope that your Sunday is relaxing and enjoyable with your family. He texted that to you that day, didn't he?
12:19 on Sunday. Yes.
Okay. Now, did you mention that to the House Board of Managers when you were interviewed about this case?
I don't recall if I mentioned this text message.
Did you mention these text messages in your interviews with Mr. Harden or Mr. DeGuerin when you were preparing for testimony in trial?
I don't see why I would have.
These are all bankruptcy filings by Nate Paul and his attorneys made on August 4th and August 5th, okay?
Say so.
All right. Now, if these bankruptcy filings were filed on August 4th, the date that the foreclosures were supposed to occur, that would stay the foreclosure sale, would it not?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Perhaps.
So it's possible that Ken's issuance of the informal guidance letter didn't cause the foreclosure sales to go away. It's possible.
I do not know what effect that letter had
Okay.
on the foreclosure sales.
Are you a Trump fan?
I'm sorry?
Are you a fan of Donald Trump?
I voted for President Trump.
Okay. You're a staunch conservative, are you not?
I am.
Are you aware that only a week after you guys issued this opinion, he issued an executive order that basically mimicked the attitude towards foreclosure sales?
I'm not familiar with that executive order.
Okay.
I don't recall specifically that that's what this was.
Are you forgetting all of a sudden? Because you had a crystal clear recollection when Mr. Harden had you on direct examination, Mr. Bangert. Do you not remember this? You're here to testify in the court of impeachment. Do you not remember the day that you went behind Ken Paxton back to the FBI? Do you not remember that?
Sir, we did not go behind the Attorney General's back.
Did you tell him you were going to the FBI? Yes or no?
Sir, we did not go behind the...
Mr. Bangert, I'm asking you yes or no questions. Did you tell Ken Paxton you were going to the FBI? Yes or no?
I cannot answer that question with a yes or no.
Witness, you'll answer the question.
Yes or no, Mr. Bangert?
Provided him with ample opportunity.
That's not what I asked you. Did you tell Ken Paxton you were going to the FBI? Yes or no?
We gave him ample opportunity.
That's not what I asked. Objection non-responsive, Your Honor. I'd ask that he answer the question before him.
Witness is ordered to answer the question, yes or no.
Mr. Bangert, it's a very simple question. Did you tell Ken Paxton that you were going to go to the FBI?
On September 30th, we did not.
It's a yes or no question, Mr. Bangert.
It's
a
not
yes or no.
a yes or no
It is a yes or no question.
Excuse me, sir. Your Honor, he answered the question, but because he was talking on top of him, he didn't hear it. He said on September the 30th, we did not. And he starts interrupting him halfway before, and the court reporter probably had trouble hearing. We did not. So I just asked him to let him finish what he's saying and not talk on top of him, if for no other person than the court reporter.
You can ask the question one more time.
Mr. Bangert, it is a yes or no question, and I want a yes or no answer. Did you tell Ken Paxton that you were going to the FBI?
I did not tell Ken Paxton before I went to the FBI.
But I think Mr. Harden had you reference page 16 of that document, did he not?
He did.
He had you reference the very bottom part that I have highlighted in orange, and I'm going to show the jury. And it says settlement services, correct?
One of the things it says is settlement services.
Now, behind the term settlement services in this document, there is no definition as to what settlement services are.
I do not see a definition.
I don't see the word foreclosure sale or non-judicial foreclosure sale behind it. Do you?
The word foreclosure sale does not appear.
Do you have a real estate license?
No.
Okay. Would it surprise you to know that people that have real estate licenses oftentimes engage in settlement services to close on homes?
I would not know.
It deals with title work and things of that nature?
I would not know.
Okay. You won't find the word foreclosure sale in that definition, sir.
This definition, it is not in, the word foreclosure does not appear there, but that's why you engage in legal analysis and construction.
Legal analysis and construction, which means that somebody else, another attorney, perhaps the Attorney General, could have a different viewpoint as to what a settlement service is, correct?
He could have any number of viewpoints about that.
That's why they call it the practice of law. Zone of reasonable disagreement. That happens a lot in law, does it not?
Not in this case.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion, but let's talk about facts. Are you aware of whether or not the opinion that you wrote that you said was unconscionable and opposite of Attorney General policy, did anybody challenge that in a court of law?
Did anyone challenge the opinion?
Yeah, the opinion in a court of law.
I'm not aware of it being challenged. I don't know how you would do that under standing doctrine.
Okay.
The witness may step down.
Judge, I have one more question if the court would entertain it.
Will the witness come back? One more question.
Prior to your term as a politician, did you or did you not practice real estate law? No. Paxton practiced real estate law, did he not?
I believe he had some real estate experience back in his past.
Okay. So when you guys are going back and forth regarding the definition of things, it's possible he had some background knowledge of what settlement services meant?
In this case, that was not the best interpretation.
Okay. That's your opinion, sir, correct?
No, that's the law.
That's your opinion.
I disagree.